Let's set the tone early.
$2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everyone. Tonight, the Portland Trail Blazers against the Orlando Magic. Well, for Orlando, these guys are playing good basketball with 7 wins in their last 10 games, and they like their chances tonight. Looking back, Kenny, Che refused to play his senior year of college. Now on a team that employs his former college coach, Ames, but it seems like they've put the past behind him.
Well, when you get to this level, you have to be a professional, Ernie. You just can't just be wickily-pickly.
Uh-huh, what?
What?
Yeah, that's a word I got from you.
Well, I don't know how to spell that.
Wickily-pickly?
What's that word you used to use?
I have no idea what wickily-pickly is.
Anyway,
Give me the word.
Anyway, Che and Ames are sharp
Pickly,
guys.
wickily?
No surprise they put this behind them. Can't get hung up on what happened. What's
You know what he's
wickily?
talking about?
No.
You have any
Hilly
clue?
dilly?
No. Dally dally.
Nilly willy?
Silly.
Well, you got to be professional. How's that?
Yeah, try that.
The bustling city of Portland, Oregon. This is the backdrop for our broadcast setting tonight. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Nurkic.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Blazers coach Terry Stotts had previous head coaching stints in Atlanta and Milwaukee, but it was as an assistant coach in Dallas, where he helped win the 2011 title, that he rejuvenated his career. Stotts wasn't sure he'd get another coaching opportunity, but after that, he said the stars aligned. Kevin, he's now in year 8 as head coach in Portland.
The players love him. Thank you, David. 2 great pivot men tonight, Chris. The position has obviously changed over the last couple years. If you were playing now, you think you'd be more of a 4 or a 5?
You know, Kevin, I think I'd be a 3. I played the 4 and 5 in the NBA when I played, and I think I'd be a 3. Right now, you get to shoot, you get to take guys out on the wing. Defensively, though, I'd have to make sure I call for some help, because laterally, you got to be able to move out there with those guys. But I think definitely it'd be the 3, 4, and 5, the way the game has evolved.
And you can bring the ball up. I've seen you do it. I know you could do it in this game as well.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, you have a lot more opportunity to do it in this game, and that's not a criticism. It's actually, I love the way the game is played now. It's a lot less hand-checking, more space, and when you play with guys like I did, from the Peja Stojakovic's and all the great shooters, the Tracy Murrays, those guys, it's that much easier to play in space, because the defense has to honor those guys, and if they space out, that means you may just have a wide-open lane to the basket.
A look at the Magic starting group. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Doc is out there with Markelle Fultz, and it's Isaac in at the 3 spot. And for the Trailblazers, we've got Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony is out there with Rodney Hood. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the 2 guard. Fultz, the pass to Doc. Back to Fultz. Shot clock at 5. Hits the jumper in space. Fultz has got his second bucket.
And how about the quick-fire release of Fultz? It is difficult to guard. You know he's thinking about shooting as the pass is coming his way.
Here's Trent. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Anthony dishes to Hood. Elbow shot is on the way, and he knocks down the jumper.
One of Hood's go-to shots. I mean, so smooth and comfortable firing from these in-between spots.
Doc the pass to Isaac. Here is Doc. Back to Isaac. Pass to Doc. Here's Vucevic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. The Magic shooting their first free throws of this game. First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Vucevic.
And after the Blazers got swept in the first round in 2018, many said they needed to blow it up. Instead, they stayed with it. 52 wins, a 3 seed in the West.
Yeah, they just had the patience to keep building, adding pieces, and developing. I mean, this team is going in the right direction.
The shot by Anthony, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Fultz the pass to Doc. Gordon inside. Covered by Anthony. And the basket by Gordon.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Anthony. He had 15 points last outing. From the high post. Here's Nurkic. Tries yet again. He takes it up and lays it in.
Well, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
Pass to Doc. Here's Vucevic. Nurkic with the steal. And now Portland on the break. And it's sent back by Isaac. Now here's Fultz. Guarded closely. There's the pass to Doc. To the left side wing. On the wing, Gordon. Now here's Fultz. Covered by Lillard. That's good from Fultz on the assist by Gordon.
And the talent Fultz has, I mean, it's evident. He's terrific at finding ways to score close to the basket.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game. Aaron Gordon still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
A different look now for Portland. Collins checked in for Nurkic. Little comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Trevor Ariza is subbed in for Rodney Hood. And stolen by Fournier. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. One up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now, here's Lillard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. It's an 8-point differential. Augustine against Lillard. Now here is Augustine. He's guarded closely. Here's Bamba. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration that time.
36 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Out to the wing. Collins against Bamba. Over Collins. But they get it back. Augustine passes to Ross. Back to Augustine. Tries again, and it's good on the way in.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
The three. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's the Orlando Magic in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomes. He talked about what that means to him.
A lot of responsibility. When things go bad, people are going to look to you first. They're going to point the finger at you first. And when things go well, they're going to give you the credit. So I think it's just a balance of those two things, being willing to be that guy and being excited about it. I think you got to have fun with it.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the Magic here so far in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Well, no question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And so in the game for the Magic, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. Cody Zeller out there with Bamba. And it's Ross in at the 3 slot. First free throw is good.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9.5", and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
Both shots good from the stripe. You look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something you just can't teach.
Here's Augustine after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Pass to Fournier. He kicks to Augustine. Passes to Zeller. 5 to shoot. Back to Augustine. And the rejection by Collins.
An established defender at a young age. Collins has the timing and the reach to block shots.
And they get it back.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
The free throw drops for Lillard.
One of the game's elite scorers and closers, Damian Lillard. With the game on the line, you know what time it is. It's Dame time.
Hood's checked in for Portland. Murray's checked in for the Magic. Michael Carter-Williams comes in for DJ Augustine. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. Chris, you talk about degree of difficulty. Damian Lillard takes and makes some incredibly tough shots.
Oh, Kevin, the percentages don't do him justice. I mean, off the dribble, contested, from deep. Lillard is always a threat.
And it's sent back by Lillard. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. And a wide open look for Hood. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
You can't allow Hood to get comfortable from there. He loves getting the chance to shoot the three ball.
Murray kicks to Carter Williams. Outside Fournier. Fires top of the key. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. Trailblazers trail by 3. From deep. Orlando grabs the miss. They've led by as much as 10. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
The noise didn't really seem to bother them. In fact, it appeared to make them sharper and play harder for each other.
Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Anthony comes in for Trevor Ariza. Orlando also making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Gordon comes in for Cody Zeller. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Evan Fournier. Now here's Vucevic. 20 points for him last game against the Nuggets in Denver.
It was his rebound that stood out even more to me. I mean, they could not keep him off the glass.
Chris, you've been a commentator for the NBA Vegas Summer League. Amazing how much that event has grown.
Oh, how about this year? The Chinese, the Croatian national team. I mean, come on. It's just this is a global game, and we're bringing all of them to Vegas to let fans go up in there and watch them and watch rookies at a young, early age and see the best players. I mean, this is awesome. You got to love how forward-thinking the NBA is. This is really cool to watch.
It is. Here's Carter Williams after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. Vucevic against Nurkic. Carter Williams laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Carter Williams has got his second basket of the game.
Look, Carter Williams is a fantastic feel for inside the paint. Defenders have a tough time dealing with his size.
Lillard dishes to Anthony. 1:44 left in the first half. No good that time. Now here's Fultz. Goodbye Hood. Fultz, no good. And so Hood will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Azania's shot is off.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, you think about a franchise player, it's hard to find a better example than Damian Lillard. His play, his presence, Kevin, he's one of the most important players in Blazers franchise history.
That free throw good from Lillard. Chris, you were talking about the presence of Lillard. Very cool and always composed.
Oh, Kevin, I love Damian Lillard. I mean, he's from Oakland. He has that town toughness. He's got that dog in him. I mean, he speaks softly and carries a big stick.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Murray. And it's Doc in for Michael Carter-Williams.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. And here is Isaac after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. Here's Vucevic. Nurkic with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooters.
And here's Portland. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Now Lillard. 6 points for him. Lets it go from deep. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Magic lead by 1. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Aaron, you all have played at a high level so far. What has worked for you?
We're just sticking to the game plan. Our coaches really drew up something good for us. They wrote it out, and we're sticking to it, and we're executing very well.
Yeah, that's obvious the way you all have played. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Markelle Fultz.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
We've got Damian Lillard, Rodney Hood out there with Anthony. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Trent in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And the layup's good off the glass. Trent's got the lead up to 1 now for the Trailblazers.
A really good way to get your first points of the half with a rugged play on the backboard.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Chris, there are guys that talk a lot of trash on the floor. You played against some legendary trash talkers. Who stands out in that area when you think back to when you played?
And I tell you what, the 2 guys that are on my mind, they definitely can talk trash with the best of all time, and that's Pat Beverly. We've seen what he does. He just keeps coming and coming and coming. And that guy, Day-Day, yeah, Draymond Green, the one that plays out there in Golden State, oh, yeah, he has a mouth on him, too. I think you heard of him.
And when you played, who was the best trash talker back in your day?
By far, Larry Bird and Gary Payton. Those 2 guys would talk trash so much that you would get entertained into their talking and be like, well, what are you going to say next? I'm having a good time out here. It was always in fun, but trust me, they always wanted to stick that dagger into you, too, while they were talking.
You couldn't hide a smile either. They start getting you going. You could not hide a smile.
I couldn't, and that was my thing. I talked trash while I was smiling, so maybe no one else knew what I was saying but you. But those guys, they keep you laughing out there. They talk trash about you, themselves. After they missed the shot, they would talk themselves down or talk to a fan that was talking to them. So it was always entertaining. The best trash talkers talk to everyone, not just to their opponent.
And the basket by Lillard.
The remarkable range of Lillard. I mean, you see these shots he makes from distance with ease, effortless release.
Knock the pass to Isaac. Here's Fultz, covered by Hood. Now here's Fultz. He's covered closely, and it's in there. Fultz has got the game tied up here for the Magic.
And the muscle of Fultz. I mean, it helps him on these tough shots. Able to fend off the defenders as well.
Lillard outside. Offensive rebound, and finished off by Nurkic.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
Yeah, Kevin, second chance opportunity so big in this instance. They have to feel fortunate that they could extend that play.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
Oh, well, the best season of his career, Kevin. But then Yusuf Nurkic suffered that gruesome leg injury. It was a huge loss for the Blazers and a long road to recovery for Nurkic.
And Portland making a change here. Collins is checked in. The Magic also changing it up. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. And Fournier subbed in for Doc. Pass to Isaac. Look now for Portland. Little, he's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Zach Collins. And Trevor Ariza has subbed in for Hood. The Magic also changing it up. Vucevic checked in for Bamba. Doc comes in for Aaron Gordon. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Magic leading by 3. And the pass to Doc. Vucevic down low. To the wing on the left. Augustine looking around. Pass to Doc. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Here's Isaac. Here's Vucevic. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. It's on Damian Lillard.
The defense is aggressive on him, but when you're giving up that much height, there's only so much you can do.
For Orlando, they have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. And Vucevic, no good on that one. Trailblazers trail by 5. Here's Anthony. Orlando grabs the miss. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Lillard against Augustine. Pass to Doc. Now here's Isaac. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Magic out in front. They're up by 5. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed. And you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, I like that he didn't make his decision too early. You know, he let the play develop. That's how you do it. Finds the weakness in that defense.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. It's a 5-point game. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action. All fueled up and ready to go. And so in the game for the Magic, Isaac and Vucevic down low. Markelle Fultz out there with Doc. And it's Fournier in at the small forward position. Greg, let's take a look at Nasir Little. More power and athleticism at this point than skill, wouldn't you say?
I mean, no doubt. As an amateur, he could rely on the physical gifts to dominate. But in the NBA, you have to be able to shoot and handle with confidence. I think Little will get there because he has a tremendous work ethic.
And the first one at the line is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Magic leading by 3. And there's the pass to Doc. Isaac with the ball. It's stolen by Ariza. And it's a foul called on Doc. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Trent. Pass to Little. He dishes it to Lillard. Over Fultz. That shot off the mark. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
And how about Isaac? He just attacks the backboard, especially on the offensive glass, putting that height to good use.
Anthony finds Lillard. Anthony left side. And it's sent back by Isaac. Passes it to Vucevic. Here is Doc. Orlando moving the ball around. Here's Fultz. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Here's Little. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Here's a look at the schedule for the Orlando Magic. On Monday, the Chicago Bulls come into town, tipping off a homestand for them. Then on Friday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers.
In that matchup against the Bucks, on paper, you'd expect them to come away with the win, but this might be one of those trap games where they let it get away from them if they aren't focused.
And he can't get the first one. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And the Magic making a change here as well. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Fournier. He hits the second from the line.
And they are making it look easy at the free throw line here in the second half.
Here's Fultz. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Trent. 5 on the clock. Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Lets the 3 fly. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And it's an 11-point Magic lead. The league has cracked down C-Webb on flagrants. Who's leaving the bench? Do you think we need to be as strict about it as we've been?
Oh, I love the attention to detail the league has given on flagrants. So you don't want the flagrants of the past. My friend Kevin McHale, he says Rampus just ran into his elbow. That wasn't even a flagrant foul on that play. If anybody remembers that old play that I'm talking about back in the Celtics-Laker days. But how about today? My thing, Kevin, is just don't call it ticky-tack a flagrant. And I think we all know what a flagrant is. Let's keep the new flagrants as flagrants and no flopping. If you flop, no flagrants. Games are too important. You don't want that flagrant 1, flagrant 2, a shot and the ball. It can change the momentum of the game. I think the league and the refs are doing a great job. Let's just not let those ones that aren't flagrant sneak in there because of flopping.
And Chris, what about players leaving the bench when there's something going on?
Well, I'll tell you what, the league has always been great about that. And now what's funny is if you watch the games, there's an assistant coach that is designated just when he sees a scuffle on the floor. His only job is to run to the end of the bench and stand at the line with his arms out so no player can cross him. So not only is the league taking steps, not only are players mindful of it, but now you have an assistant coach that's only job is to stand up there and to be an obstacle so that no players can step that foot across the line. It changes series. It causes big fights. It puts fans in harm's way. We just don't need it.
Doc the pass to Isaac. 1:11 left to play in the final quarter. And he banks in the layup. Isaac's got 4 points this quarter.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Orlando.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Vucevic.
You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Nikola Vucevic.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
On the road, in a tough atmosphere, he's taking on the role of star tonight. If one of their other players came up short, he picked up the slack to make sure they'll be walking out of here with a win. Now here's Carter Williams. Pass to Zeller. And Orlando again with the bucket.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
Hood drives in, trying to end the drought. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Orlando. 17-point lead, their biggest. The pass to Carter Williams. Murray outside. Pass to Ross. With the teardrop, and the layup is up and in.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game, a sustained effort across the board.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Chris Webber and David. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.
I love it. Bombs away, baby. Give me those threes.
Okay, I hear you. I'm all for shooting threes. But look, not all threes are created equal. You can't just jack up shots and pray that they go in. You've got to be methodical about it. Now, all the time, you see fellas, they're putting up threes because it's easier than taking it to the rack. That's not good offense. That's just lack of effort, and it's inexcusable.
Hank will not excuse you.
Look, I could go on all day about this, but let's switch up things a little bit and take a music break. You ready for some music, Hornet?
Love me some tunage, Hank.
Let's get into it. This is Hank and the Hornet on 98.9 The Flex, the official home of your Orlando Magic.
Get hip or get stung.
Je finis ça.